Hi, this is Alix Paultre, and I'm here in Milan, Italy for Arduino Day, and I'm here with the founders and the CEO, the co-founder Massimo. Hi, Massimo.
Hi.
And I'm here with CEO Fabio. Hi, Fabio.
Hi.
Well, the nice thing about this whole thing is that our audience, being the engineering community, they both appreciate what this does, and they're interested in what it can do for them, because I realize that this is a very empowering technology for makers, but it's also an empowering technology for the engineering community.
Yeah, absolutely. So there is a specific focus that we have as a company for more professional use cases, because we realize that a ton of companies, large, small, medium, they use already Arduino, especially for prototyping, but now the technology that we are delivering is ready also for production. So this is going to be our focus mainly for the future.
Very good. Now, Massimo, you were involved in the founding of it. How did the idea originally come to you to make this very universal tool?
Well, so it started off in a design school in the northwest of Italy, where we actually developed different technologies to help people prototype with electronics, focused for non-technical people. So there were several different projects that we did in that place, and then a group of people, originally 5 people, got together, and with me we developed the technology out of the research in that school. So it was focused on helping non-technical people be creative with electronics.
Excellent. Now, one of the things, Fabio, that I find very interesting is, though, even though it was made for a non-technical audience to help, well, actually technical but not technical in the electronic sense. Maybe they're package designers or maybe they're mechanical engineers. But I do notice that it has picked up a lot within the electronics community. I see serious engineers using it for prototyping or for development. I mean, it's really interesting what's happening.
Absolutely. So this is exactly, so people love simplicity, independently of the fact that they are engineers or not, but they love things that are simple to use, get quickly to the result. This is the power of Arduino for all kind of people using our platform, professional and non-professional.
Excellent. Now, one of the things that we have seen is Arduino is so successful, it has spawned a lot of competitors, a lot of alike product, and I'm just wondering, how do you see those products compared to Arduino? Similar, dissimilar, not worth this?
I think there is, the world is split in 2 parts. People that love to have full computers because they come with a software engineering background, and people that come from the embedded world, and people also coming from the maker movement. So the key point is that for certain application you really need a computer, a proper computer with an operating system, a stack of complexity and security issues. But for most application, especially when you have to do sensors, node, or applications that are vertical, that answer a specific task, Arduino is a better answer, because basically there is power management, there is security embedded in it, there is no operating system to cope with upgrades and things like that. So ton of use cases where you can use a microcontroller-based board, and there is also a ton of applications that need a computer. We focus mainly on this kind of vertical approach.
Excellent. Now, Massimo, from when you started, how has this grown? How do you feel about the growth and the expansion of what Arduino has become?
Well, every day I am very surprised about what's happening. It never stopped to amaze me, because we never expected it to be this big. It was just designed to help about 100 people, which were our students in different schools where we were teaching. So it was not something, and then it just exploded out of control. Now there's like 500 events across the world in 90 countries. That's mind-blowing.
Well, that's why we had to come to Milan, because it started here. We got to come give you guys recognition.
Absolutely. So
now, one more thing. Are there some application spaces that you didn't realize would become so popular, or application spaces that are appearing to you that you didn't see before that are now being empowered by Arduino?
Well, obviously when we started Arduino was around, it officially was released in 2005. So back then, for example, there was not a lot of talk about IoT, also because all of the connectivity was quite complex to add to a small circuit. So all of those IoT applications, I guess, have taken over the majority of the projects that people do right now. So that's why also this reflects in the kind of products that we are working on right now, to make it very simple for people to just get started on something very quickly. And we try to focus on this idea that we had since the beginning that Arduino provides simplicity for beginners, but for professional it gives them speed. So a professional can be super fast, and a beginner has a path that takes them slowly to proficiency. And I think that is the philosophy we keep to apply to everything.
So Fabio, do you see it going anywhere significantly in new directions that we haven't seen yet?
So I think that with long-range, low-power technology for connectivity, there is an entire spectrum of applications that are enabled by the technology. And we are focusing, especially with the family of products that we call MKR, we try to support all this type of connectivity. For example, today we're making an important launch for a narrowband IoT board that is new, so we are ahead of the technology, the network technology, but what we see is a ton of use cases where, for example, smart agriculture are enabled by this technology.
Now, excellent. So, before I let you gentlemen go, are there any last words or ideas you'd like to leave with our audience?
So I think that it's important now that even your audience, your classical audience of professional people, start contributing more to the community. Because Arduino lives not only for the products that we create, but also for the contribution from the community. So we are pushing to create more professional use cases, and more professional use cases require more professional libraries. So the professional community is the right, they are the right people that can contribute back their code to the community so that this ecosystem become even more popular than it is today and more useful for people.
Call to action, I appreciate that. How about you, Massimo?
Yeah, it's exactly the same. The issue is that any open source community survives if people put in almost as much as they take. Otherwise, we cannot push it forward only on our own. We need the help of as many people as possible to go to the next level.
Excellent. Well, hey, thank you, gentlemen, both. I really appreciate you taking the time to be with us today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.